In 1947, a sleepy town in Martinsville, Virginia was awakened with the sound of horsepower 66 years later. And here we are, streaming live on NASCAR.com, GarageCam. I'm your host, Matthew Dilner, and welcome to the garage area here at Martinsville Speedway. Short track action this weekend for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, and boy, are we excited. Coming around here, we have the Levine Family Racing number 95 of Scott Speed, Tigger Dennett. Tigger, you are the first one in the chat room. You want to see the Budweiser 29, but we will get to him because right here we have Scott Speed. See if we can get Scott Speed here for a second. What's up, Scott Speed? It's a little loud here, man, at Martinsville.
Can't hear anything.
Can you hear anything?
Kinda.
So what's going on this morning? I saw you out here with your phone, tweeting, watching the crew at work here, getting ready for practice.
It's an interesting place to come here for us because our hauler doesn't get to come in. It's too small. So just hang out in the sun. Try to stay warm, I guess.
Getting a little tan?
What's that?
Getting a little tan?
That's hard for me. I generally stay a little bit pasty.
All right, Scott Speed, you have a good day here. The number 95 car, Scott Speed, will be piloting this entry here, the Levine Family Racing team out of Texas, this flat black machine. And hey, we had somebody that wanted to see this car. Tanner Clayson, you wanted to see the number 44 Extreme car of Scott Riggs. And yes, that is a absolutely gorgeous machine. This team doing a great job here, trying to get Scott Riggs in the show this weekend. Across the way here, Michael McDowell's car. McDowell and Josh Wise. There's McDowell's car. And check it out. We have a driver walking here, and I think he's on his phone. It's Clint Boyer, tweeting and walking. He's got enough energy to do that. Well, folks, if you're new to GarageCam, look on the right side of this video and you see the little chat room. Get in that chat room. I want you to tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you want to see. Let's have some fun today on NASCAR.com GarageCam. This show is interactive. It's all about you guys, the fans here on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Here is Joe Nemechek's new paint scheme for this weekend, the number 87, kind of flying a purple and white car. And there is Joe himself, standing there looking at some practice times for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. You hear that noise in the background right now, and it's driving my audio guy, Justin Ottman, a little nuts. It's going to be a loud GarageCam for the first 15-20 minutes. That's because the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series practice is underway right here. And I'll tell you what, Jeb Burton, fast, Ward Burton's kid, the number 27 truck, or the number 4 truck actually this weekend, is on top of the leaderboard right now. Pretty cool to see Jeb up top that leaderboard, young talent in this sport. And there's a segue to a veteran talent in this sport, Kenny Schrader, back behind the wheel of this number 32 car this weekend. There is the number 32. And as they back this car in, we'll give you a look at Kenny Schrader. There's Kenny Schrader. Having a little conversation right here as the 32 crew backs this car into its garage stall. Let's take a look at this number 93 car right here, the Burger King entry of Travis Kvapil. Where is Kvap? I don't see him. Crew waving to you guys here on GarageCam. All the fans that are populating the chat room, thank you for being a part of our show always. Let's see, we had some fun little, you guys are saying some fun things today on NASCAR.com GarageCam. I saw something about, okay, Smash Outlaw. Hey, Matthew Dilner, what's for lunch at Martinsville? Oh, yeah, well, you know what's for lunch, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Louise from the UK would love to see Clint Boyer. You saw Clint Boyer. He just walked by. I didn't see your request, but hey, a little shout out to you. The awesome RK Motors paint scheme. Yeah, we'll have to get to that for sure. Youngstown, Ohio checking in. I love it. People from all over America right now tuning in to NASCAR.com GarageCam as we get a look here at David Reagan's number 34 being pushed by his crew, about to be backed up into the stall. Drivers right now, a bunch of them coming through the back tunnel here in turn number 3 and turn number 4 in street clothes. Some of them going to get dressed in their haulers. Hopefully by the second half of the show we can try to talk to as many drivers as we can. Right now it is super loud here. Hard to even hear ourselves speak, but we're going to show you the garage anyway because that's what we do here on the show. Bobby Labonte's Bush's Best Toyota being backed into his stall, and David Rudiman's car right here. The Rudiman red Burger King entry here for BK Racing. Let's hop on over here because Juan Pablo's got something cool this weekend. I want to show you. We always show you stuff that's different here on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Well, speaking of different, look at the wheels on Juan Pablo's machine. Check this out. We got a little blue stripe kicking here on the wheel. I don't know what that's all about, but by God, I kind of like it. It's different. And some crew guy back there showing his legs off, I guess. I believe, I'm being told, diabetes awareness could be the reason for the blue on the 42 car. Well, that is awesome. I have a cousin, Aaron, who has juvenile diabetes. So, hey, Aaron, and everybody out there with diabetes, this 42 car is for you. That's pretty cool. Oh, this loud car backing in here. Well, it just got quiet. The number 30 car of David Stremme. Pretty cool paint scheme for Stremme's car this weekend. We'll have to show you. Maybe we could talk to David Stremme right here. This Widow Wax car. Hey, man. Hey, really cool paint scheme this weekend.
Yeah, how
you
about
got this Widow Wax number 30 car here? Why don't you tell us about it?
Well, you won't be able to miss us this week at all. You can see everything. And we're here in Martinsville, so it's real short, combined area. That's why you can't a hard time hearing. But Widow Wax come on board here. You know, it's pretty cool. Martinsville, you'll be able to pick us out because all the cars are in one pack. But I was just checking some cars out. We had a week off, and I know, Matt, you went to a short track. I missed out because we were busy, but we're going to go to dirt track tomorrow night and go check it out.
Where are you going?
We're going to go 311 down here, down the road. So
Great little racetrack to run the Carolina Clash, I know.
Carolina Clash, that's it.
So what do you think this weekend? This is a chance for you guys. These short tracks, you circle these races on the calendar because this is a track that you take away the aero, you take away a lot of the engineering, and a lot of it is back behind the driver and suspension.
Well, this place here, I'll say this. I'm a short track racer and I love it, but it's very easy to get frustrated here. And we've seen what everybody is doing on a 2-mile racetrack, so who knows what's going to go on here. And it's going to be interesting because I think it's like we thought we'd run better and guys are frustrated and some are like they want to prove themselves, they're with new deals, and it's interesting at what's going on. But the thing is here, you don't have anywhere to hide. Like Bristol now, you can run 2-3 wide. You ain't going to see that here. So my whole goal is keep my temper down and not lose it, and make sure all the fenders and the brakes and everything stay in one piece, and then hopefully we can have a good finish.
All right, David Stremme, thanks for joining us on GarageCam always. Look at this beautiful Widow Wax car. Hey, they're waxing this car as we speak here. Mark Rutana, I'd like to see that new 30 scheme. Well, let's back up and show you it, because that is a hot-looking race car right there, folks. Kind of matches Danica Patrick's car a little bit, but that's okay. Danica Patrick next door. Stremme checking out that car too. Danica Patrick here in the GoDaddy car. Doing a press conference this morning talking about how her and this GoDaddy team did a little test at Little Rock, which is a small track behind Rockingham Speedway in North Carolina that a lot of these Cup teams test at, especially for their short track stuff. Teams seem to test at Caraway Speedway in Asheboro, North Carolina, and Little Rock for this race here. Flat, really tight turns, got to work on their brake packages. Danica Patrick has never been on a track like this, so a big weekend for her and this team to see how they can learn all the different things, all the different nuances of driving one of these stock cars on a tight little short track oval like this. Hobbs 14, that engine noise in the background makes my heart pump faster. You gotta love it. If you don't like the sounds of engines, turn off your speaker and turn off your computer and go to bed. Hey, the number 7 car right here of Dave Blaney, the Tommy Baldwin Racing entry. 2 Tommy Baldwin Racing entries alongside each other here as we go past this Chevrolet. Right here, we look at the 36 of J.J. Yelly with the pit light on board. Pretty cool little paint scheme, a little camouflage going on for J.J. Yelly. Hey, and you know what? Walk out here and you see this beautiful sunshiny sky. And when I see sunshine, I think of my good friend Matt Roper watching the show. Matt Roper with NASCAR.com. Happy birthday to you, brother. Big birthday. What are you, like 67 now? No, I'm just kidding. He's 25 years old. Happy 25th birthday to our very own Matt Roper, who makes a lot of stuff possible here on NASCAR.com. And hey, talking about Burtons, we had Jeb Burton on top of the leaderboard here in the trucks, and here is his uncle, Jeff Burton, the Caterpillar car, Children's Institute for Pediatric Trauma on board. Beautiful paint scheme for Virginia's own Jeff Burton. Jeff Burton busy on his off weekend with his son Harrison Burton, racing in the Easter Bunny 150 at Hickory Motor Speedway, one of NASCAR's legendary tracks, the late model race. So the Burton family, man, they got a lot going on. Let's bring you back inside the sunshine. Here's the garage. Basically, there's no garage doors here, okay, as you see this. It's kind of like a carport. So this is like carport cam. But you know what? No complaints here, because you gotta love this type of open air environment here. Short track racing, Martinsville, this is the best, baby. There it is. Beautiful blue skies here at NASCAR's most famous paperclip since 1949. Red Byron won the first race here. NASCAR's first champion won the first race here. That is awesome. Dan Butler, send some of that warm weather up our way to the northeast. Yeah, Dan Butler, I know you are in New England right now and watching this. I believe I saw your tweet saying that you're watching this with your young daughter for the first time. First time she's watching GarageCam. So Dakota and Dan Butler, welcome to GarageCam. Love that you're watching. Marcus Ambrose's car. And there is Smoke's car, second week in a row with the Rush Truck Center's paint scheme on board. Smoke's number 14, of course. A little bit of fisticuffs, a little pushing and shoving last week at California's Auto Club Speedway. And hey, you can look for the gloves to come off with somebody this weekend at Martinsville. Short tracks, like David Stremme say, always provide some tempers. Little get well soon Denny sticker on the side of Tony Stewart's car right there. Of course, everybody here with NASCAR.com and with GarageCam want to wish Denny Hamlin a speedy recovery. Denny will be here at the racetrack this weekend. Here is Casey Mears' car, the number 13 Geico Ford. Hard to hear in this garage, but hey, there's Michael McDowell. McDowell's fast walking there. I think he's going to sign in. He's probably going to sign in, visit the little boys' room. Okay, let's let him hear this. Turn up your speakers, ladies and gentlemen. Turn them up. That is the Quicken Loans number 39 car right there of Ryan Newman. Won this race last year. Of course, all heck broke loose last year at this race with a little crazy move by Clint Boyer and wiping out Jeff Gordon, and the benefactor was that 39 car. Well, there is the Napa Auto Parts car, the teammate of Clint Boyer, the number 56 of Martin Truex Jr. Truex has never really performed that well at this track, so looking to change that this weekend. Jeff Gordon's number 24. Eric Amarola in this number 43 car with the Petty Blue on board. Climb into his car, and I'll tell you what, a new look fire suit also for Eric Amarola. Hey, we're halfway. You see Eric Amarola climbing into the car right here in the Petty Blue number 43. Car owner Richard Petty, winner of 15 races here at Martinsville Speedway. The all-time wins leader here at Martinsville is Richard Petty. Ben Atkins from the UK. You want to see this car. New paint scheme, racewithinsulin.com. On board the Jamie McMurray ride. What was that guy's name? It was Ben. There's Jamie Mack putting in the earplugs. What's up, buddy? Thank you, man. We got a guy named Ben from the UK that wanted to see Jamie McMurray, so tell him hi.
Hey, Ben in the UK. How are you?
All right, buddy. You have a good day. He's getting strapped in. He's putting in the earplugs because it's pretty loud here. Jamie McMurray giving Ben from the UK a little shout out there. How about that, folks? The Race with Insulin car looking pretty good right there. Steve Abdallah from Canada and loves NASCAR. Hey, I don't care where you're from. As long as you love NASCAR, as long as you love racing, you are okay in my book. Here is the Budweiser Chevrolet. Kevin Harvick's ride. Tigger, you wanted to see this car. You were the first person in today's interactive garage. And you wanted to see this Budweiser number 29. Tanner Clayson, you would like to see Kurt Busch's 78, please. Well, there is the 78 Furniture Row car. Hey, take note of the performance of this 78 team so far this season. It has surprised a lot of people. A lot of people know how talented Kurt Busch is. A lot of people know that this 78 team is an upstart team, but they're a single car team. So what a performance for this team out of the gate so far in 2013. Let's show the Clint Boyer ride here, the number 15 car, the RK Motors scheme. Louise from the UK would like to see the number 15 scheme. Well, check it out. Pretty cool looking car there for Clint Boyer. Beautiful car. And we go over here and it's Brian Vickers in this Carolina blue. Beautiful Jet Edge water jet systems car. And there's Miss Spring Cup taking a few pictures of Vickers, sorry. Little tight spaces here in the garage area. Here's Vickers' car. The Brian Vickers machine. Dude, beautiful ride this weekend. That thing looks good. Kind of like
Jet Edge. Nice color, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like Carolina blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you a Carolina guy or a state guy?
I don't really watch basketball, but yeah, sure.
But you race a race car pretty darn fast.
Yeah, we'll go with Carolina. We got Carolina blue this weekend.
All right, Brian Vickers climbing into this beautiful number 55 machine here on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Hey, Ricky Stenhouse is number 17 right here. Fifth Third Bank on board this number 17 this weekend. Gonna hop over these scale pads here. Have not had any hot dogs today, so it's a lot easier to hop over these scales. Miss Spring Cup getting it done today. Hey, Matt Kenseth. What'd you say? I am a stalker. You said I was like Mr. Deeds, but you don't say that to Miss Spring Cup. Did you smile for her photo?
She didn't have an open mic and like all getting in my face like you.
No. But the fans love seeing them some Matt Kenseth. So how are you doing? Are you rested from your off week is what we want.
You know, so far so good. We haven't been on the track yet though, but so far I'm doing well, Matt. Thank you. How about you?
I'm doing excellent. I'm rested.
The sun is shining. Everything is good.
It's a beautiful day.
It is.
It's a beautiful day to be Matt Kenseth. Number 20 car right here. Kenseth getting strapped in. And folks, right next to him is one of the big stories for this weekend. The number 11 FedEx Freight Toyota. Usually piloted by Denny Hamlin. This weekend, Mark Martin will strap into this See Mark getting strapped in there, talking to a crew member. Mark Martin filling in for the injured Denny Hamlin. Big story also, Joey Logano. We have Kevin Gravinelli, who would like to see the 22. He's one of them. Several people wanted to see the 20. DJ Hayes from Chicago wants to see the 22. Lots of requests here for Joey Logano's car, and rightfully so. Logano has been running up front almost every race this season. So a great start to the season. Yes, a little turmoil, you know, as far as post-race stuff going on, and his run in there with Denny Hamlin, but also some really strong runs here for this number 22 car and Joey Logano. Here's Logano strapping inside his number 22 Ford. Getting ready to go out for practice here at Martinsville Speedway. Little smiles there from Joey Logano. Having a great season so far. Hey, this is a car that it was well noted on Fantasy Showdown by Paulie Haraka and the folks on the show this week. Actually, they couldn't come up with two different ones to watch, but they were both synonymous in saying this is a car to watch, because I'll tell you what, the 51 car has performed really well everywhere we've gone this year. And Regan Smith back behind the wheel of this car. You see him inside that number 51, strapping on the helmet, getting ready, adjusting that mirror right there, and about to get the gloves on and get down to business here at the paperclip. But what a run so far for this number 51 team. And there's the car owner, James Finch, cowboy boots and all, walking to the back of the pit box. Speaking of what some may call overachievers, but they expect to run this well, is Paul Menard. Big surprise maybe for a lot of people this season, how well Paul Menard in this Pittsburgh paint, Menard's bright number 27, has been running this year. They look to keep it up here in Martinsville this weekend. Tammy Goodman. Casey Kane, please. I'm from Washington State. Well, a Washington State fan wants to see a Washington State driver, and there is Casey Kane, sitting behind the wheel of his number 5 car. The number 18 of Kyle Busch, joking around with Matt Yoakum. We'll skip by here, and we got Greg Biffle strapping into his race car. The Biff putting on a helmet there. And here is Carl Edwards. I think Carl has the window net up, but maybe we'll go try to say hi. No, he doesn't. Jimmy Johnson's number 48 car right here. Anna McGregor. Anna McGregor, you would like to see Carl Edwards. There is Carl Edwards. Speaking with his crew here before practice. Everybody having a week off last week after Auto Club Speedway's race. Man, it's almost a week off we didn't need, in a way. We all needed a little rest, but I'll tell you what, some big excitement at Fontana. Carl Edwards checking his phone right now. Here's the number 48 car, the Lowe's Chevrolet of Jimmy Johnson, waiting for Jimmy Johnson to get here.
Hour 45 minutes from the console.
We're on NASCAR.com here. This is Scott Swift.
Hey, how you doing?
He's always over here right before practice telling me hunting stories.
Would it be like Swifty from Six Pack?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Six Pack's awesome.
That's a funny movie.
One of the best racing movies of all
we need to have a
time.
showing at the Charlotte Motor Speedway on that big screen.
On the big screen?
Let's get
I'll
that-
be there, front row.
All right, let's get Bruton to do that. That would be really cool.
I'll get to work on it.
All right, yeah, Six Pack at Charlotte, and yeah.
And Swifty will be guest of honor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Carl,
All right,
you have a
see
good
ya.
day, man. Oh, if you haven't seen the movie Six Pack with one of the greatest actors in the history of American cinema, Kenny Rogers, make sure you go rent it. A little plug for that movie, I guess. But it is one of my favorites. I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, dirt track racing, Shreveport, to the big time here in NASCAR went Brewster Baker. And this is a guy that I know has seen Six Pack. A little bit of a NASCAR history buff himself. 88 Lightning, where is the love, 88 Lightning? And also, Tammy Thompson, Daniel, my 4-year-old niece is begging to see Dale Earnhardt Jr. Well, there is Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car. We had another person on Twitter asking, hey, Cam guy, who do you want to pick for this week if you're on Fantasy Showdown? And I'm just going to come out right here and please Junior Nation and say, this guy right here, if I was on Fantasy Showdown this week on NASCAR.com, yes, Dale Jr. does not have a win here at Martinsville, but you look at his performance at this racetrack, it is strong. A lot of people don't realize that. Kind of a sneaky pick for this weekend, but Dale Earnhardt Jr. really performs well here at Martinsville Speedway. Here's a guy that was picked as a dud this week. But hey, this 2 crew, this Miller Lite Deuce, Blue Deuce crew is all about proving people wrong, and I have a feeling they're going to try to prove Paulie Haraka wrong. He was on Fantasy Showdown, NASCAR.com this weekend, and I believe it was Paulie that picked them as a dud. Well, Brad Keselowski will do his best this weekend with this Paul Wolfe-led Ford team, the Penske Racing team, to prove them wrong. Not the greatest record here at Martinsville Speedway, though, so they've got their work cut out for them just a little bit. Hey, let's check this out. Tablet guy pointing out something pretty cool. 2 crew chiefs on top of the haulers. Penske Racing's Paul Wolfe on the left and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Steve Letarte on the right. I'm sure they're not going over notes, but they're probably talking about what they did on the off weekend. Hey, guess what? It's almost whistle time. You see that whistle right there? That whistle means we're gonna get busy here. We're gonna get loud here in the NASCAR garage. And Ricky right here, Ricky Kyle, the whistleblower for today. Here we go, cranking them up on NASCAR.com GarageCam. I'm your host, Matthew Dilner. And we're going to show you these cars rolling out. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jimmy Johnson not to his car yet. Maybe waiting for some cars to get out there, lay some rubber out there on the track, although the Truck Series has already done that. Carl Edwards. Greg Biffle. Kyle Busch. Casey Kane and Paul Menard. Regan Smith this week. Regan Smith in the 51. Logano. Martin for Denny Hamlin. Matt Kenseth. The list goes on and on here as the stock cars of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series pull out onto the racetrack right now for first practice, opening practice. Make sure you tune in to Fox on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all the excitement, short tracking, beating and banging. It's Martinsville, baby. Tune in. Make sure you tune in. And hey, I'm your host, Matthew Dilner. And until next time, we'll see you at the races.